Okay, so everyone, and I mean everyone, is talking about bringing AI into their organization. The pressure is on, right? But that opens up a ton of questions. How do we do it the smart way? How do we make sure our data stays safe? And maybe the biggest question of all, how do we get our team to actually use the thing? Well, let's dive in and unpack how one of the platforms you already know is tackling this exact challenge.
You see the incredible potential of AI, and you want to bring that power to your business. Of course you do. But at the same time, your mind is probably racing with some very real, very valid concerns. You're thinking about security holes, the time it takes to train everyone, and the cost of some brand new complex system. And look, those are exactly the right questions to be asking. They're also exactly what we're going to break down right now.
So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 4 huge advantages of Microsoft Copilot that hit on every one of those concerns. We'll look at how it slides right into your existing workflow, how it keeps your data locked down, why it works for your entire team, and how it's built to grow with you. All right, first up, let's talk about one of the biggest and honestly most underestimated challenges when you bring in new tech, just getting people to use it. Let's be real. Think about the last time your company rolled out new software. Even if it was amazing, there was probably a little bit of friction, wasn't there? Learning a whole new system, new logins, new interfaces, it slows people down. It takes time and money to train everybody. That's a huge barrier to actually getting value from your investment. And this, right here, is the genius of the solution. Copilot isn't some separate app you have to go find or another website you have to log into. It lives right inside the Microsoft 365 tools your team is already in every single day. It's just there, in Word, in Excel, in Outlook, in Teams. That means the learning curve is practically flat, and getting people on board becomes almost effortless. Okay, let's switch gears to the big one, security. When your team starts plugging company data into all these different third-party AI tools, do you really know where that information is going? This is where the difference is just night and day. With a lot of other tools, you're potentially poking holes in your security. You're creating new complex rules, and your sensitive data might be flying outside your company's protected walls. But with Copilot, it's a totally different story. It all happens inside the security bubble of your existing Microsoft 365 setup. So what does enterprise-grade security actually mean here? It means it's not some add-on. Copilot automatically inherits all the security, all the compliance, and all the data privacy rules you've already put in place and already trust. Simply put, your data stays your data, protected by the standards you already rely on. All right, on to our third point. You know what happens when different departments start getting into AI? Pretty soon you've got this chaotic mess of different apps for different tasks. It's a nightmare for your IT department to manage and a real drain on the budget. They call it tool sprawl. Well, instead of that chaos, Copilot acts as one single powerful tool for pretty much everyone. Just think about it. Your HR team can use it to get a first draft of a new policy in seconds. Your sales team can turn meeting notes into a full-blown proposal. IT can analyze incident reports to find the key details, and a manager can build an entire presentation from a simple idea. It's one solution serving countless different jobs. And finally, let's talk about the long game. Because you don't want a tool that just solves a problem today, right? You need a platform that's going to grow with your business tomorrow. And this is the beauty of this whole approach. You can start smart right now, using the incredible features baked directly into the apps you already have. Then, when you're ready to go bigger, you can scale up with things like Copilot Studio to build your own custom AI assistants and automations that are tailored perfectly for your business, all without ever leaving the platform. So when you put it all together, you've got the seamless integration, you've got the rock-solid security you can trust, you've got one tool for the whole company, and a clear path to scale into the future. It really is a natural, low-risk way to bring the incredible power of AI into the work your teams are already doing every day. It's not some giant, scary leap. It's just a smarter next step. And that really brings us to the final, most exciting thought. We started this whole conversation talking about all the risks and the hurdles. But what happens when you just remove them? When the AI is just there, woven into everything, totally secure and simple to use? The whole conversation shifts. It's not about how you're going to adopt AI anymore. The real question is, what will you and your team create with it?